Welcome home, baby. It's redemption time. Oh, yeah. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Welcome, this is the new place here. I got a desk from Craigslist. There's a PS Classic Mini, the last one that I got for 17 bucks. And well, this is the first video that I'm shooting here in the new place. Still no internet. When you get to see this is because I probably went to Starbucks to upload this video. But great news, guys. He's back. My boy's back. After all these years, I got my hands on one again. You know, I've been patient with it. You know me, I've been patient, just scoping out the scenes, scoping out for the best deal that I can find, right? There's a lot of them out there. That's a fan going on, guys, because it's hot as heck in here. You know, I've been searching listings and everything, trying to get the best bang for my buck, right? I wanted to get my GameCube back, and I wanted to get it with with a few games, whatever those were, and have it to be a good value. Now let me take you back in history. Let's take you back through the time machine. And so the PS3 comes out, right? And my son really wanted the PlayStation 3. He really did, right? And you know what, guys? It was one of those times where I traded in all those games because he was a good kid. I really was blessed with great kids, better than I deserved. They weren't perfect, but they're good people. A little nutty like their dad, but overall they're great people. And we were in a financial situation at that point, and like I told you guys, all these stories, they're not about all happy times, right? And man, he really wanted that, and he deserved it at the time. Oh man, I was out of work. I was trying to get retrained, going to school. Man, it was just tough. There were tough times. And what I did is, the Game Boy that we got, and we traded a bunch of games in order for him to get PlayStation 3, right? So I made it my mission to go and search for those things that we had, that we had to let go. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. He deserved the PlayStation 3, right? So it was bittersweet for me because I really wanted to see his face light up when he got the PlayStation or when he got to play with it. But I also was fond of the games, because some of these games I'd watch him play, specifically Metroid Prime. I was amazed how he was, progressing in his gaming, and I remember looking at him playing Metroid Prime and him trying to teach me, and and I just wasn't getting it. I was used to the old Metroid, right? But yeah, so it was a little bit bittersweet. He had great experiences. That was the PS3 was the last console that I bought for him, and it was through those tough times that we did that, so those are my last memories of him playing video games while we still lived together, was playing on the PS3. Before that, it was a set of consoles. It was a GameCube, it was the Xbox, and we'd go from there. But I always felt nostalgic for the GameCube, right? And it wasn't until the Wii that I got to play like another GameCube game, but we had to trade that one in, and it was always in the back of my mind, man, I want to get one as soon as I can, but it wasn't in the cards, for the longest time. And then life gets in the way, and You know, you're different stuff. I'm moving around. I'm doing things. Man, I always wanted that GameCube, right? But I didn't want to just buy anything. You know, I wanted to get a good value. You know, and rebuild the things that I once had, right? At least have it where I could look at it, you know, have it in my little gaming zone. As you can see, you know, as I told you, this move has been not as smooth as I had hoped, right? And but what I want to do in this space is make it my Zen place, right? Make it my gaming space. And man, when this popped up on Craigslist, I had to go after it, man. I really had to go after it. So at the end of the video, I'll let you guess how much I paid, but let me go through the other things that I got with this. First of all, I got one controller that was wired, you know, regular wired controller. Let's see if I can get the adapter for the Switch, right? Then I got a wireless controller, right? Man, this has been through some battles, but you know, it's nice that it's wireless, right? Okay, and of course I got cables for it. The nice thing is this monitor takes the old connections, right? So we're good there. Now let me go through the game list, right? Excuse me, guys. First up, we have Madden 04. Oh yeah, another football game. This goes for about $5, you know, eBay-ish. So I'll give you eBay prices so you guys can more or less get to see how much of a value we got overall. Need for Speed 2, Hot Pursuit. I've never played this game, but it's about $7, right? So we're up to what? Say 11, right? It's 99, whatever, okay? Now we have Avalanche, which goes for about $8 to $9, so we'll say 8. So we're at 19. All right. So next up, Electronic Arts. Remember when they used to make a bunch of games? SSX on Tour. I always love these, snowboarding games where you can pull off tricks and stuff. It still has the code EA Gamer reg.com to register your game, and it has the code and it has disc. Pretty cool. Next, something you will all remember, SS Tricky. Oh, and this goes, I already lost count. This one goes for about $9, you know, so let's see, 4, 11, 17, 26. All right. This one's another $9 one. SSX Tricky. Now, what I like about this game, is that it has the EB Games receipt on it. The old EB Games receipt, somebody bought it used for about $8, and it retains its value because right now it's about $10, $11. So most of the ones I saw was $10, so we'll say $27. Okay, 27. Here's an $11 game, and this is Mario Golf. Yes, that's the Toadstool Tour. I've never played this. Man, always liked the manuals from Nintendo. I don't know what it was about theirs, you know, probably because they didn't use a lot of black and white, but they always just, I don't know, the Japanese, they put attention to detail, let's just say that. So, let's see, we're at 26, this is about 11, so what, $37, just about? And last but not least, Mario Party 4. This is the one that put it over the top. As soon as they listed that, I said, let me go and get it. Let me go and get it. Now there have been other times where there's bigger collections out there that, you know, could have posed better value, but I just didn't have the money that they wanted at the time, you know, and when I'm buying the older systems, oh man, you know, I try not to pay top dollar for them, you know, because I'm on a budget. Right? This game right here, guys, 30 buckaroos in the States. Mario Party 4 too. Never played it, never got to play it. Now, this right here, almost my collection, sort of. That's like 27, 57, no, 37, 30. Let's just say 57 buckaroos, right? And what is a GameCube worth on its own? You know, you can find them anywhere from 40 to, you know, a little bit more, 60. It just depends where you shop. Just the game by itself, right? So I think overall, I could say I have about $90 overall here of value. How much did I pay for it? 50, right? 50. Now, do I love all these games? No. I love the ones that I have. But what this will allow me to do is barter and trade some of these games with my fellow gamers and maybe make a deal for something else that I want, right? Something that is in the horizon. Maybe that Sega CD. Maybe some other things out there, right? But guys, I finally have it back in my collection. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I have it, guys. It's a story of redemption, if you will, of getting that game back, of you know, having the memories of all those great times that we had, you know, playing Metroid and all the other games. Yeah, and it was a Metroid 3D. I remember that it was just like blowing my mind. I couldn't believe that Metroid was now in 3 dimensions, and how was I gonna master it? And the kids would laugh at me because I couldn't get the hang of it. And there's so many games for the GameCube that I wanted and we were never able to get, you know. Just about the time we got the GameCube, the economy went, you know, and my work suffered. So the games that we had for it really meant a lot to us because it was, you know, sometimes it's all that we had, right? Whether we rented them, whether we bought them cheap, you know, whatever the case may be. They become very, very special to us, you know? And I really, really missed that machine for a long time as an adult. At the time when I traded it in, you know, I was happy. I was happy not for me, but for my son, that he was going to get the game that he wanted. And for me, you know, it was really no sacrifice to let go of that game at that time. You know, but it was at that moment, you know, like I made in my past video, you know, remembering seeing those people at GameStop trading in their games and not wanting to, and going through that whole ordeal where, you know, you don't really want to let go of your games, but you know you have to move forward and you want the newest things coming out. Maybe you can't afford them. Maybe you can't afford them and this is the only way to go. So you make that sacrifice. I made that sacrifice a long time ago and I'm glad I did it because we got plenty of other memories, you know, with the PlayStation 3 and we're able to move forward. But now I'm just grateful that I'm able to have this back in my collection, put it in my little, you know, piece of heaven that I'm making here. So, you know, when my family and friends and whatever, you know, we talk about the old times, I'm able to show them, hey, you know, here's the GameCube. This is what it looks like, you know, because a lot of them, you know, they remember video games, but they're not gamers, you know, they're not collecting or anything. And then you show it to them and they go, oh yeah, you know. And I bet you dollars to donuts. You know, there's 2 companies that you could always tell people about and they'll have fond memories. That's Sega and primarily Nintendo. When you show somebody a Nintendo product, they immediately travel to whatever they recognize at that moment. They'll say, yeah, I was playing this in high school. Yeah, I was, you know, getting out of college. I was doing this, I was doing that, you know. And after a long day of work, for me, there's nothing better to come home to the things that made me happy throughout the years. Alright guys, that was the video. I'm so happy I have a GameCube again. So happy. I will catch you on the next one. Keep game hunting. I'll keep the videos up now that we've got more time. And I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy.
We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.